Hello, my name is Luna Elmer, and I'm going to be giving you a TED Talk today about beauty. And so I wanted to start by giving you a little bit of an intro, but preferences. We all have them, and how much do someone's preferences affect someone else? And this is a question I often ask myself because I feel like the answer has affected me. And that's why I did this speech in the first place, and that's why it's kind of more important to me, more personal to me than just an assignment. And I'm going to start off with another website that I looked up that kind of made sense for this project. But Molly Joseph and Mark Luskrat, writers for the Scientific American, write in their article how preferences affect quick choices, that preferences affect the quick choices we make all the time. And I know that's kind of repetitive, but it's true. The way we see things and perceive them from the very beginning really do affect our choices, and they can affect our choices in seconds, not necessarily over time. And those quick little choices we make in seconds are the reason that we affect others so strongly. And so my first visual is this yes, maybe no picture, because I feel like we all have these emotions sometimes, and that they're actually really important, and not necessarily to us but to others. And we never really realize how much little choices we make every day affect the people around us. And preferences do go further than our favorite colors and foods and, what I ate for dinner last night or what I want to eat for dinner tomorrow night. Like, our preferences can go as far as what we see in others. And that's one of the biggest problems nowadays. And they can go as deeply as our choices in people. And many find attraction in looks as opposed to other things like personality traits, and just who somebody actually is on the inside rather than who they are on the outside. And our choices to choose looks over other things can cause many to question their appearances. And with that, many begin to question whether or not they have beauty. And due to that rejection from other individuals, it causes a questioning inside ourselves over time that can really break down a person and tear them apart. And so this visual is a lady who is choosing between an orange and an apple, and you can tell that these things are very different from the outside and very different on the inside, but you never really know how an apple tastes on the inside or how an orange tastes on the inside until you give them a chance. So like whenever I look at this, I'm like, oh, the apple might look better, or somebody else might think, oh, the orange looks better, but there are two completely different flavors and completely different things. And that's why I chose this visual, because I feel it really pertains to that concept, and that can be transferred over to the way we treat people. And so the concept of whether or not someone is something that's important to us or that is attractive to us rests on the minds of many. From a young age, people are faced with sadness and confusion about how they view themselves and whether or not they think they're beautiful or others think they're beautiful, because in the end, we all seek acceptance, and that's one of the major causes of feeling down about yourself or not feeling beautiful. Corin Miller, writer for Women's Health magazines, writes in the article, "Sad proof that most women think they aren't beautiful." Then a survey launched by Dove, 96% of women said they wouldn't use the word beautiful to describe themselves. So that's 96% of the female population that hears the word beauty and doesn't have themselves brought to mind. They think of more of, people who are in the industry, movie stars, that have all these products that like make them appear as beautiful but aren't actually beautiful. And that's one of the big reasons that so many women doubt themselves and don't see themselves as something big or amazing, but in the end that you actually are. So it's no secret that the majority of people have struggled with body image are women. And so this is my next picture. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because the question is, why is one so profoundly affected by rejection when beauty is in the eye of the beholder? And so to conclude, that's my 96%. If you can overcome rejection, you will soon realize that you are viewed differently in the eyes of everyone. You shouldn't be so easily discouraged because everyone is beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. That was rad. Okay, I have a real quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
So I was wondering, when you talked about preferences, did you find out what kind of preferences the majority of the population has in regards to beauty? Like, if there are certain things that most people find attractive?
I feel like people see stuff on TV, and then that kind of transfers into their views on people in the real life. Because whenever you're watching TV and you see stuff, you see like, oh, this like pretty blonde or this like pretty brunette, and they give out this image of this girl and these like nice heels or this cute little outfit, and you're like, and like males or females will see that and they're like, oh, I want to look like this, or males would be like, oh, I want somebody to find somebody in the real world like this, but in reality that person doesn't exist. And so preferences are developed off of people's being comfortable with things they see on TV, or like in general, like that's how, people are given preferences.
Awesome. Thank you.